The little leg.
Three types of questions. One's an open question, one's what's called a direct question, and one's called an acute question. An open, a direct, or an acute question. What it actually means is in a question pattern, when I have a conversation with somebody, I can lead the person to go where I want them to go to give me the answer that I want them to give me. Example, let's talk about the weather. You might say, what do you think of the weather today? What do you think of the weather today might be a very open-ended question. If I said to somebody, what do you think the weather is today? Is it fair enough to say that their response could be anything at all? Let me ask you something. They say anything at all, doesn't matter, it's an open-ended question. So let me ask you something. Do you think it's going to rain? How many choices do they now have? Two. I've now limited and controlled the conversation pattern down to two. Does that make sense? I've taken them from where they can go anywhere to two. The third one might be, you know what, the way it's going, I think it might rain, don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Boom. I've just put what I call a hook on that, to which he's replied the answer I wanted. I reckon if we're not careful, it could rain, don't you reckon? He's gone, yeah. Automatically, his brain's gone, yeah. Does that make sense? I actually controlled the answer that the man gave me by simply having what's called a closed question, an acute question. So questioning patterns normally happen in three. So what happens is you have a big question, a question that gives a tighter answer, and the last one is a foregone conclusion. One of the ones I gave you earlier today was, let me ask you something, if we did this, would that present a problem? I knew the man would say no, because the no is one of the first words that comes out of the brain, but I need the no to say yes. You get the hang of this science, guys, it's great. Where are we with our microphone?
Okay, the first one was, what do you think's happening with the world economy right now?
Yep, perfect.
Second one was, given the state of the stock market, you think it's going up or is going down?
Correct.
And the final one was, with gold going up right now, it's a good time to invest.
A good time to invest, don't you think?
Don't you think?
Okay, so add the don't you think. It just ties it off. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Where's the other table? Yes, ma'am.
Ours is, what do you think of the seminar?
Okay.
Second one is, are you enjoying it?
Correct.
Third one is, I'm enjoying it, aren't you?
Correct. Okay. Let me make that first question a little bit wider. The first question was, what do you think of the seminar? To which they might say yes or no. I would like a bigger question. The first one, what do you think of seminars generally? You with me? Yeah. Boom. Second one is, what do you think of this seminar? I like it or I don't like it. You with me? So just make that first one a little bit wider. Otherwise, great.
How did you get here today?
Okay.
Did you come back here?
Yep, that's it, because either yes or no. Yep, correct.
It's sometimes a nightmare getting here back here in the morning, isn't it?
Correct. Thank you very much. You've actually controlled the direction of the answers. Here's what I want you to recognise. In any conversation that might go for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, you'll find in a good conversational pattern, this happens many times. So as you shut the door, what's called shutting the gate in a conversational pattern, moving people forward, you'll go wide, middle, chop, wide, middle, chop, wide, middle, chop. So it might be, let me ask you something, what do you think about the real estate industry? Blah, 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 blah. What do you think about banks? Yes or no? Blah, blah, blah. Then what you're really saying is, if you could buy a house without a bank, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Boom, chopped it. Make sense? That's the first one done. Second thing is, let me ask you something, what do you think about this? So what you're doing is you're going through a conversational pattern, wide, choice, chopping it off. Wide, choice, chopping it off, and people just bob along with you all the way along. Where are we? We down there somewhere?
Yeah, hi Rick. We chose food because we're hungry. So the first question is, what do you think of the menu today?
Okay.
Is the first one. Do you want a glass of red wine?
Yep, I'm there. Yep.
I've heard the steak's fantastic here. I reckon we should have it, don't you think?
Correct, sir. Love it. Thank you very much. It works perfectly for me. One party says to the other party, I love you. The other person doesn't reply. So the person says, I know you love me. And then he still doesn't reply. And then he goes, I know you love me, don't you?